Now, I do want to see this. A lot of people are not happy about this video made by the Corridor crew. So, Corridor crew making our digital work look worse. There are a lot of people who are angry about this. I'm going to be honest. I think the one on the right looks better. I do. Let's see here. It's polished. Yes. This one, I think this is like, it's about the same, right? There's advantages. I kind of like the left one more. I think this one seems more artificial. I kind of like the left one more. But like this one's like kind of more of a, it's hard to say. This one, I think obviously the right one looks a bit better. Just a couple of different things, but yeah. All right. Let's look at this. Here we go.
Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything.
Video games are notorious for having crude, mannequin-like human beings. If you're playing a game...
Well, that's not true because Baldur's Gate did the character modeling and it was fucking amazing. I've seen the multiple cinematics of Baldur's Gate and it's insanely good. So it's not that it's impossible. And I don't know why it's now the industry norm to have ugly women. Why is this a thing? Sometimes it seems to me like they make characters and like female characters in games that are like they take L's in places where they don't need to. Yeah, nothing says women's empowerment like making them ugly. It's weird. Ugly is subjective. Yeah. Yeah, true. Well, this is my subjective opinion.
You just have to learn to ignore it or accept it if you want to enjoy the game.
Subjective.
In fact, when a video game has human beings that are done well enough that you can emotionally connect with them,
I really wish that Starfield wasn't released exclusively on Xbox. Because I think that most of the people that defend Starfield are Xbox fanboys. That's it. They're just Xbox fanboys. Like and attack Starfield too. Like they hate Starfield. Like there's no... Like, I never realized how big the console war was because I was accidentally put in the middle of it. Because I played Starfield, but I was very critical of it, but I also said some positive things about it as well. So, like, every day I would wake up to these tweets and, like 100,000 people would see this tweet about, like, me saying something about Starfield. And they were just mauling out on crazy about this. And it's like, how are these people real?
Considered an industry-wide achievement.
Peasant War, yes.
But we've discovered a new tool from the VFX world that when combined with video games could revolutionize how...
Like if I look at this, I feel like both of these kind of look artificial in a way. Like if this was a 5, then this was a 5.2. Am I crazy? Like, yeah, I don't think that either one of them looks that great.
Characters are rendered.
Wow, that looks great.
Imagine your favorite character, but as a real person with a photorealistic face.
I think the problem is that right now, the way that AI creates faces and like it sharpens the facial images, I think it's still too artificial. I don't think you could just use AI to just solve this problem. Yeah, it's too uncanny. It seems artificial. And like once you recognize the techniques that the AI tool uses, every single one of them seems very artificial. Give another 5 years.
What we are going to
Probably
show
not
you
that
is,
long.
in my opinion, the future of video game.
I think again, like this, in terms of sharpness of like the character's face, I think that the right one is obviously way better. Like in terms of like not about like original or not, but just the sharpness of the character model. And that's the kind of stuff that I think AI will be very good at doing.
Graphics. But right now, no one has done it yet. So come along as we combine the world of visual effects and video games to show you what the future might look like.
Okay.
So a few years back, we used a machine learning algorithm to turn pictures of video game characters into pictures of real people.
No way.
Turn pictures of video game characters into pictures of real people.
Oh my God. Wow.
The results were fun, but also pretty crude and kind of goofy. And there really wasn't a way to utilize the tech. But now with the release of...
Wait, Link is a girl? I fucking knew it. Oh my God.
But now with the release of Stable Diffusion XL, which is a new image generation model, we can do much more accurate, highly realistic transformations. So wouldn't it be cool to somehow re-render a character's face using just that one image? Well, now you can. There's a new piece of technology called Insight Face from the company Pixie AI. And if you provided a single image of a face, it can morph that face onto another character. Using this process, we can turn video game characters into real people. Not just an actor that looks like the character, but an actual, true-to-life rendering of what that character might look like.
Yeah, and I think that really, like, a lot of times, I think this is the problem that people have with, like, AI, is that, and I really appreciate Corridor Crew for doing this kind of stuff, because, like, people have I think they have such a short-sighted view of AI. Because it's very easy to go back and look at this and say, you know what? I don't think either one of these really look that good, right? Because, like, that's kind of the way that I see it. I think that neither one of these really look that great, and they don't look that good. Like, I mean, I would say, like, the right one looks like it's shitty, and the left one, left one, god damn it. The left one looks like it's kind of shitty and, like, just low resolution, and then the right one looks like artificial and weird. But, like, I think in general, like, people only look at what the current product is and what the current state of this is. And I feel like not enough people look at, like, how people can use this and what it's going to look like in, like, a year from now. I'll give you a really great example. Do you remember about a year ago, whenever every single AI waifu generator was giving girls 7 fingers? And, like, every girl had 7 fingers or, like, you know, a weird hand or something like that. That's still the case, but it's not as much so anymore, is it? Because before it was, like, 90% of the time, and now it's only, like, 20% of the time. It's a lot better. And that was only a year ago.
But an actual, true-to-life rendering of what that character might look like.
It's better now
This
generating
might
fingers,
seem
too,
like
exactly.
a deepfake, but it's not. A deepfake requires thousands of images of a person in order to learn what their face looks like. This means that if your character is purely digital, then there's no living human being that you can just photograph thousands of times.
Yeah,
this
sure.
has been a problem preventing us from being able to do this with deepfake technology. But the ability to just use a single frame with Pixie AI's technology eliminates this problem. And the ability to generate a perfect photoreal image of a character in Stable Diffusion XL provides...
I think that one looks like it's... Like, I mean, let's be real. I think this one looks okay, right? It still has the over-exaggerated, like, kind of Giga Chad features. Like, whenever I think of Solid Snake, well, I think of fucking Kurt Russell, because that's clearly what the character was made off of, right? So, from Escape from New York or something like that. But yeah, this is pretty close.
The other very crucial key to this puzzle. So challenge the gang to take footage from a variety of games, both new and classic, to see if they can visualize what these characters would look like with photoreal faces.
Sure.
All right, guys, we all split up. We took some time working on this. I want you guys to tell me who this character is. I'm going to pull it up, and I want you to guess, okay?
Okay, let's see it. Yeah, it's obvious.
Dude. It's freaking Ellie, dude.
Yeah.
Aloy.
Aloy, that's right. Is this the original or?
This is the AI portrait. Here's the original.
Yep.
Now, let's see this.
Let's
This is
see.
the-
This is the original. And this is the... I think that, like, again, it's like it's a trade-off of, like, some problems for other problems. I think the problem with the AI is that it seems like it's extremely good in, like, some places, but not in others, where this one is kind of, like, decent everywhere, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Now, let's see this in action.
Okay, next.
Hold on. Before, in Meridian, you said...
That one doesn't look good, but I feel like the other one did. Yeah, the right one is better. Yeah, I mean... I think this is kind of like a problem because, like, the rest of the game has, like, a much more... Like, there's a lot more, like, texture to it. Like, because it removed a lot of the blemishes and stuff off of her face. And I think that obviously, like, she's like some huntress or something in like a foreign era, or like, you know, some futuristic era, something like that. It would make sense that her face has a bunch of shit on it. You know what I mean? I think that in this instance, based off of the context of the character, it wouldn't really make sense that she would have perfect skin. Does that make sense? The left one is more detailed. Yeah.
Before, in Meridian.
Like, that is, again, it's... I think overall, the future of this is a person using AI to get here and then applying the other stuff from here. I don't think that the solution is just doing everything from the ground up.
You said there was
This one looks so good.
Holy sh!
Let's see here. Yeah, I think the left one with this is actually, the animations are much better. Like, especially, yeah. I think the left, like, in terms of the, like, looking at something, I do think the left one looks very, like, there's all these, like, micro movements of the face, and I just think that, like, the AI is very good, but it's not really quite there yet. And also, like, to be fair, I think this character looks very good fundamentally. I'm not saying I think she's super hot. I mean, yeah, sure, she's pretty kind of attractive. Yeah, sure. But, like, the point is that, like, the fidelity and, like, the style of the character is intentional. It's very well done. I think whenever we look at Starfield, for example, I know they're going to show this, Starfield is going to be much more ambiguous. You see what I'm saying?
He's gone, Varl. I haven't heard from him since the battle against Hades.
The lip animation still.
It's all about that base animation falling apart.
You see that specifically with the brows. There's this very subtle furrowing of the brows, you know, the concern.
These are two different expressions. Like, the one on the left has a little bit of, like...
Yeah, exactly. This is a complex human expression that it makes sense that an AI isn't able to replicate immediately. Like, this is infinitely better.
Sorry for this next part. Or is the one on the right?
The nuance is super important.
neutral.
Yeah.
The cost is just like a little bit more muted at the benefit of getting it a little more realistic.
Who is this?
Lara Croft.
Laura Croft.
Yeah.
Nailed it immediately. OG. Not bad. It's not terrible. Not terrible.
With
but it gives
this,
you
I would say,
immediately.
I'm gonna be honest. I think the AI one's better. I'm gonna be honest. I think the AI one's way hotter.
OG. Not bad. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
Not terrible. But it gives you that freaking pore detail here.
Yeah,
which I
she's
love.
way hotter in the AI one. Like, it's not even remotely fucking close. Yeah, added face texture. Yeah, I actually think that it's ironic, right? Because the AI with this actually added more texture on her face. And I think that's better, yeah. No boobs? So, I mean, it's, you know, it depends on the angle, right? And what do you guys think? The AI one is hot as fuck? Yeah, I feel like, yeah. Yeah, the AI one's better. Yeah. Okay.
What? Where are you?
There she is, crusted up. So not as good as the render that we were looking at earlier.
Man, it's a freaking... Nobody knows how to animate lips, apparently. Apparently, these people think lips slide up and down vertically. Yeah, like that.
Oh no! I've got to rate this tomb. Here it is with the face morph. Ooh.
Yeah.
In a weird way, I actually think this kind of looks worse because you lose a lot of the texture on the character's face. Like, you're losing a lot of the texture on the character's face, although, like, the sharpness is so much better. Yeah, it looks flat.
Oh, wow.
Like, this is... Again, like, the animation is totally different. Like, she says, I've been kidnapped. Does this sound like I've been kidnapped? No, it doesn't.
That looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, less expression.
That looks
Yeah.
great. The shadow of the nose and the face is really well done. Like, the way it curves.
This one... I feel like the AI one's kind of better. Yeah, like, it's just the quality on this is, like, kind of worse.
Over, like, the front of her lips there and stuff.
That's Kate Beckinsale. Beckinsale? She's fresh, brother. Don't be saying stuff like that.
Who's this?
Oh, is this Nathan Drake?
I never played this game.
That jaw's bricked up, son.
It's so bricked.
Look at that.
Yeah, I actually think that, like, which one, yeah, tell me which one you guys like out of each one. Because I would say I kind of like the original more. I think I like the OG one more.
I was bricked up, son.
It's so bricked.
Look at that thing. That's freaking Lisa Leslie.
The girl from Uncharted. That's the
Let's
girl
see.
from Uncharted.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Ellie.
Yeah.
I think again, like you're getting into the situation where there's obviously a lot of texture and everything on her face and her neck that this obviously cleans up and removes. And I think the process of that kind of hurts the it doesn't really seem like it's not like she's really like on some sort of a ship doing anything, right? It's like she just got done putting on makeup. The original is more natural. Yeah, I would say so. Oh, you guys can't see the entire thing. I apologize. Let me move it down. Yeah, I think that personally, the facial expression on the left is much better. Like, much, much, much better. I'll just put it here for now.
And now you have
A brother.
Oh, that's nice.
Let me see.
And now you have a brother.
Yeah, I think that again, it's like the problem is that it's also like remember what I was saying about how like in classic WoW, how it was bad to have new textures that were like retail textures because having them right next to the old textures make the old textures look worse. I think this is an example of that, where this does kind of look better in a way, but the problem is like the hair and everything else is also very low texture. So the face looks out of place.
A brother.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh wow.
It's a contrast, yeah.
Dude,
I think in this circumstance, the original looks 1,000 times better in terms of the expressions. I do. I think the original looks way, way better. But if you look at, like, for example, like the neck and all of that, I think that below his face looks way better with the what do you call it? With the AI. The right one looks soulless. Yeah, it's about those complex expressions.
Dig it, Chad, dude.
It's so bizarre seeing everything be kind of blurry, but the faces are so crisp.
Yeah, I'll just pause it.
That guy who...
Yeah, it's definitely the expressions. Definitely the expressions are the problem. And also, I think that there's just, again, like, there's an element of... It just seems kind of fucking fake. You know, like, I'm not even sure, like, what it is. It's... Maybe because it's, like, it feels like airbrushed? Plastic? Yeah, kind of.
ruins Jameson's early retirement like that.
Right.
The eyes lose expressiveness.
No one's feeling anything.
And like, I also think like this part is kind of decent, right? Like the expressions are bad, but the face looks okay.
Right.
The eyes lose expressiveness.
No one's feeling anything in this scene.
The process removes some of the nuance from the eye shape.
Yeah, it's like they look more realistic, but they don't move as realistically.
If they were to make this technology specifically
I don't
for-
even know if they look more realistic. I think the better word is they have higher fidelity. Right? Like it puts 5 pixels where there was 1 pixel, basically. Like that's probably not exactly what happens, but that's kind of what happens. And I get that. I think like upscaling like that is good, but I don't think it's like just a solution.
this,
Shitty remaster,
they
yeah.
they could work on just adding more extreme expressions, and you'd be able to represent expressions a little more accurately. Who's this?
Okay.
It's the dude. It's Michael, or whatever his name is from GTA.
Ah, it's Franklin.
Look, Franklin. It's Franklin. Oh.
That's great.
Dude, what the fuck?
That's sick.
What do you guys think about this one? I think that I think the AI one looks better. Like, where it really comes out ahead is the, it's the fucking hairline. Like, the hairline and the eyebrows are just phenomenal. And I think also it captures the expression. Like, this one is more like, I've seen some shit, and this one is more like, what shit am I seeing right now? Yeah, it's a little bit different, but I do think it's good. Light is better? Yeah, this is actually really good.
Who's this? Oh, this is Lamar? Lamar? Wow.
What the fuck?
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Wow, that looks great. That one looks great.
That one looks incredible.
Yeah, he looks like a real person there.
Yeah, I would say so. I actually think that looks pretty good. It doesn't look artificial hardly at all.
He looks like a real person there.
I wish I could play them.
This one, man, I feel like both of these suck. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like neither of them. Like, yeah, it's just, ooh.
Whole game like this.
Who, my friends, is this
It's the meme. Press X to doubt.
handsome
Oh,
man?
you did it! Yes! I was waiting for somebody to do L.A. Noire.
Now,
Wow.
yep.
What a dweeb.
I mean, the L.A. Noire.
Now,
Again, it's the expression, bro. Like, this one is much more, like, aggressive, whereas, like, the actual in-game one is, like, much more, like, upbeat and whimsical. So it's, like, again, like, the AI, the expression is getting changed.
What a dweeb.
I mean, the proportions look great in L.A. Noire, but, you know, obviously the rendering.
Yeah, let me see here. I don't think this one looks that great. I feel like... I think the original is better. I do. I think the original is just a bit better.
Quality is not quite the same as an actual, like, face morphed.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but...
With this, I actually think the AI might look a little bit better, though. It's just the problem is the eye contact. Yeah, I kind of like the AI a little bit better. Yeah, there's, like, definitely, like, the weird thing in, like, the middle of his face. But overall, I think it's okay.
Mother is dead.
whoa.
Dude, that's a much better actor for that character.
And for her. Oh! That's funny. So yeah, I mean, it works here. Like, while it's not a perfect fit, it definitely takes it another level. Who's this? Hey, finally, dude. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
A
real
Commander
man.
Shepard that doesn't upset.
Doesn't it?
Oh God! Who's that guy?
Who's this guy? It's Conrad,
I don't know
dude.
who Conrad is.
Oh, dude, this is the guy.
That seems... Yeah, I think this one's actually pretty good. What the fuck? Yeah. Now, I also think that, like, this goes into the realm of, like, the, like, you know, like those Balenciaga edits where, like, it actually looks super photorealistic, like a real person. I don't think this looks like it's part of a video game, like, at all. Yeah, it's too realistic at this point, but obviously the quality is insane. Still frames, though. I feel like movement's the biggest tell. Yeah.
This is the guy.
It's an old movie. Yeah, exactly.
Conrad, I'm building an ancient Prothean.
Yeah. I feel like the original is better because it maintains a lot of these, like, smaller, like, intricacies of the face. Like, look, like, right there, for example, right here. Yeah, the OG is ugly. Yeah, but it's ugly in a good way. I don't think this dude's ugly either, but yeah, in general.
Dark energy device to stop the Reavers.
Oh, yes, Commander.
Commander.
He looks so grizzled.
Deep fried, man. He's the fry that fell out of the basket to the bottom of the fryer.
I do like the original Commander Shepard a little bit more, I think. It shows a little bit more of like his grizzled commandment, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Commandments.
His commandments. Shepard's commandments.
I don't know. He just looks too pretty boy on the left. And it's
Exactly.
like, I've been noticing that.
And I think that's kind of the issue that like a lot of the AI tools have, is that they're usually like these like hyper idealized versions of people, which makes them look like they're not real.
Everyone's lips are the same.
Dude, this guy, oh, he's so crusty, man.
This is like a weird one where like I actually think the AI one is way better. Yeah, I think the AI one is like fucking way better. Like, because it's actually maintaining a degree of like the facial expression.
And I don't remember him being so crusty.
Yeah, yeah, this is really impressive. Because it's maintaining the same degree of like kind of facial expression. Best one by far. It's very good.
That's the biggest glow up I've seen yet.
Like I've played most of them, all the Mass Effect games except for Andromeda, and it was never like, ew, when I'm playing it. You just get used to it. Yeah. But now when we see it, like when we're actually comparing all these together, you really see like the different strengths of each game here.
Hey guys, so you've probably noticed that Jake hasn't been in a lot of videos recently, and that's because he's very busy. Jake is a farmer now, he has hogs. So I've actually taken the time to create Jake's essence with AI, and actually with these face morphs. I think I have the final tool to fully bring Jake to life. Everybody,
I just hope that they turn Jake, like they're like, this is Jake, and he's actually just like some anime girl. Please just make him an anime girl.
Meet Jank Watson. Hey Dean, it's me Jank, and I'm here to tell you about today's sponsor, ExpressVPN.
That reminds me of like 2007 YouTube videos.
So Jake is telling us about today's sponsor, which is perfect. That's Jake's essence right there. So, Jank, what is ExpressVPN and how does it protect my internet privacy? Well, I'll tell you what, Dean. Not having ExpressVPN is like not having a fence around your crops. Wow, that sounds terrifying. Yeah, because all the pests and vermin, they're gonna get in there and they're gonna eat all your corn. Oh man, I think I put too much farmer into Jake. ExpressVPN is the strongest chicken wire you could ever put in your garden. All these creeps and corporations.
This is the way that people that hate VR see VR. Or sorry, AI. This is how they see AI. Right here.
They're trying to steal your data.
Yeah.
They're like hogs to the slop.
Yeah, this is the way they see it.
Farm analogy. But what if I have US Netflix and I want to watch a show that's on Netflix in France or in the UK? With ExpressVPN, I can just change my IP address to Canada and I can watch all the Neon Genesis Evangelion I
need to watch this,
Oh wow,
bro.
Jake, I didn't know you were that big of an anime fan. Yeah, I think it's way better than the manga. I mean, that is Jake right there. So just head on over to expressvpn.com/corridorcrew and get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN free. Sorry, Jake, I gotta go right now. Please keep talking to me. Let me just minimize this right here. Please don't. I think I'm gonna delete that model and probably start from scratch. But let's get back to the video.
I actually really like how there's like AI programs now that are designed to emotionally manipulate the user. Isn't that cute?
Oh, that's Starfield lady, right?
Starfield lady
Sarah.
from the Constellation.
From the Constellation group.
Sarah
When
Connor.
you look at what the character actually looks like,
Oh, classic Bethesda.
I feel like the AI one's kind of a bit better, like, but it's the eyes are weird. Like the eye color is just so strong that it's off-putting because everything else besides the eye color is actually quite good.
that's the quality.
It's not that I don't want to believe in anything. It's that my scientific mind is often at odds with my spiritual center.
Whoa!
It's like the story.
Which one do you guys think? AI's better? I'm so torn on that one. I really don't know which one's better.
Great, cool exploration, all that stuff, but you know, characters' faces have a little bit.
The game of a generation.
To be desired.
It's like a before and after meth.
I think we gotta keep this Bethesda train going here.
There he is.
Okay.
Now, him I can get into.
Okay, so this is the before of Preston.
Let me see the one-to-one.
Burned in a fire. It's not radiation, man.
Bro, it is the radiation. There's a lot of endings to Fallout 4, but for me, the
Radiation, man.
Bro,
Let me see. Oh, fuck.
There's a lot of endings to Fallout.
Yeah, I think probably the AI one looked better. Yeah, what do you guys think?
Fallout 4, but for me, the real ending is when you reach the end of the rope.
I think this is okay.
Dance tree with Preston Garvey.
You're gonna have to give me a minute to just enjoy this feeling.
Yeah, that's the sound of elation right there.
This is like the perfect use for AI, guys.
Yeah, I think that like the AI has a really hard time making characters that aren't supposed to be hot. Like this is like a fucking like some kind of like grizzled cowboy. He's seen a bunch of shit. He's been around the block multiple times. Like he does not have clear skin. Bro, like there's gotta be a bunch of, war veteran, absolutely. Radiation. Yeah, like you can't make him look like this. Too much airbrush? Yeah, it's
like
too
one
airbrush.
image to solve so.
I think this one, the AI one, looks better. I do. I think the AI looks better with this. You guys don't think so? Too clean? Yeah, I can see that. Sure. The scar, though? Yeah, the scar is gone. Very good point.
Hours of gameplay where you have to.
Yeah, again, like, maybe I don't appreciate this game. I never played this game before. So, like, I don't really know a lot about it. But, yeah, it's like, I think this is, like, kind of an improvement. But you're right. There is, like, small things that are left.
Look at that.
Sometimes the best use case.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's mainly just like the skin. The skin seems, it looks like plastic. Like if the skin was a little bit better like this, I actually think that this one would win like by a mile.
This isn't in games where you're going to go crazy on the animation, crazy on like the poly counts, the ZBrush sculpt of these like main characters. It's like the best use of this is lots of characters, because when you have a character creation system, like in these Bethesda games, like all the characters are based on the same skeleton with the same like facial morphing things, and so that gives you like infinite varieties. So
that's actually a pretty good point that he's making, is that like this probably isn't something that's good to use for like main characters, but it's great to use for like you know, like just random characters walking around. So people are mad about this video? Oh, people are furious about the video. Absolutely. Corridor Crew's been getting shit ever since the rock, paper, scissors anime. People have been mauling about them. Why? The reason why is because animators and people that are in the design industry for these games feel threatened by Corridor Crew promoting these types of ideologies and this type of preference towards AI. And I think they're stupid. Like, I think Corridor Crew is right. Like, I'm completely in support of them. I totally support them. Yeah, adapt and survive. Exactly. Like, stop trying to... and, like, also, I think it's just, like, very... it's very short-sighted, right? You know, you'll see somebody that makes a tweet, oh, yeah, like this guy here, right? It's like, great job, guys. Buy yourself a drink. Corridor Crew making our work look worse. Okay, let's assume that you're right. Will you be right next year? How about the year after that? How about 5 years in the future? I think looking into this new technology and seeing how it's already working, and it's obviously working, that's why AI porn is popular. Let's be real. It's clearly going to get better. I don't know why so many people are in denial of this. It's a tool. Yes, it is a tool. It's a tool, not a replacement, I would say.
Obviously, that's hard to make 1,000 pictures of an infinite variety of characters.
Yeah.
But if all you need is one, like now suddenly.
Yeah, again, I think kind of the... I think the AI one looks better except for the eyes. I don't like the eyes.
This kind of becomes like the best use case of it, where now any character you create, it just makes that procedural snapshot out of them and uses that for the model now.
And
I think that, yeah.
Create, it just makes that.
Yeah, the AI one is better. I would say so. What do you guys think? AI? I think AI is better.
That procedural snapshot of them and uses that for the model now.
And all the Bethesda characters are really robotic anyway. And so you're not losing any performance, you're just gaining fidelity.
Yeah.
So this seems like literally the perfect application.
Yeah.
So we've showed a lot of ones that are like very practical, like these would actually work in a real game. Now I think we should show some of the other results that we got that are pretty wacky.
Who's this? The girl.
Aerith from Final Fantasy VII.
Tifu.
All right, who's this?
Oh, it's Cloud. Oh, we got Cloud in that one, dude. It's Cloud from Smash Bros, dude.
All right, and of course, Barrett Wallace. This is the render, and this is my AI version.
Nice.
Wallace. This is the render, and this is my...
Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. LeBron. Almost, right? I think it's just the beard. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good. It does change the expression a lot, right? And I think that again, like it just adds too many lines. No scars, yeah.
And this is my...
Yeah,
AI
it does
version.
get rid of the scars. Nice. You're right.
Nice.
Not good. Yeah, definitely not good.
Is it nice? Nice. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, I think like this with this, like if you just like pause right here, I think the AI one looks better. But I think overall the original looks better.
Give me something to hang on to.
Cloud's giving me like the Netflix live action like casting of Final Fantasy.
That's the guy they would cast. We got Commander Keys from Halo 1 Remastered.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think the AI is better. Yeah, I feel like AI is probably a bit better. I also think that like the cheekbones, like they still have like this. Cheekbones are too high. It's like looks kind of weird, but overall, yeah, I think AI is better.
That looks like what I remember PC games.
Yeah, I would say I think the AI one does look better. Like the nose is a bit different, but like in general, yeah, I think AI one looks better.
Looking like, but it's so much better.
And that dude, friggin' Johnson.
He got a glow.
There is no way Sergeant Johnson would be this relaxed, okay? Absolutely fucking not. Like, the quality looks great, but like, bro, yeah, he's never been in this good of a mood in any of the fucking Halo games. Let's be real.
From that. Yeah, he really glowed up.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, he's too happy. Yeah, maybe he is. I think this one is relatively good though.
Nice, dude. Let's go. Oh, I would.
I think the eyes are kind of like dead, you know? But other than the eyes, the rest of it looks pretty good.
Like, I'm connecting with this character right now. I'm picking up all his emotions. I'm ready to fight.
Dude, I want to fight for him. Who, my friends,
Oh my god.
is this handsome devil?
That's Agent 74.
That's Vin Diesel.
This is the 47th one.
Okay.
This is the OG.
Wow. Yeah, it's video game model to like a real man. It's giving you subsurface scattering in the ears.
I know. I was shocked by that.
Crazy.
Super impressive. So this is the game coming.
I think they're about the same. Like, does this make me a racist? I feel like they look the same. Yeah.
Out of the shadows, we got Jason Statham, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're about the same, man. I feel like maybe the AI one's a bit better.
Wow, that looks great.
There's a Speedo under that suit.
Oh my god.
This is an upgrade.
This is an upgrade for sure.
I agree in terms of the quality, but I just think the expression on this guy's face is much better. Like, this one is just like this guy looks like a psycho, whereas like this guy just looks like an asshole. Yeah, it's like the intensity of this guy is like much higher.
Sure. I would like it if they put this in the game.
Yeah. Who is this
Oh my
handsome
God.
devil?
Wow.
Oh my fucking
That
god.
beef, dude.
And then we got frickin' sexy Ken, dude.
Jesus
The Ken
Christ.
we always wanted.
That's the original? Yeah, I think again, this one just, it looks so realistic. It's just like it doesn't look like it's part of a video game, you know?
You need to continue your special training.
Nice.
No, I think that, yeah, the original's better.
Wow.
For the style.
That looks pretty
Yeah,
great.
the original's better,
Good.
definitely.
Yeah, I'm like surprised. Dude, look at this guy.
Yeah, I think original's also better with this. Because, like, this is more of, like, a caricature, and I think that's what makes it better.
That's crazy.
Tell me what year this game is from.
This moment has taken some time to reach us, and I imagine you have many questions.
Good lord.
It's from the year 2033.
No, the true threat is yet to show itself.
I think this is from 2000 or 2001. I think I know what this one is.
If it's Knights of the Old
Knights of the
Republic,
Old Republic.
It's like 2002. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
This is my favorite game of all time. Man.
Wow.
That one looks decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to test one where we process the entire shot. Like you're saying, Nico, we're imagining a future where you could literally just feed in one of your favorite old games and like turn it into like a real shaded version of it.
It is unsettling though.
Yeah, it's a little weird seeing such like a hyper-real face on a super low poly character.
Yeah,
in
that's the
background and
thing.
everything.
I can't tell if there's a certain like animation threshold where it's just weird having the faces be realistic, or if it's actually better.
I think this is the
I think that there's a threshold where the faces look like they are real people. And that's kind of like where it might get kind of uncomfortable. Whereas like this looks like a video game, but this is like, it could look like a real person. Yeah, it's the uncanny valley. Yeah, I think that like people use that term a lot. And usually I think that like people kind of overuse it. But with this example, I think that we're definitely down in there.
the limit. There's like not a lot of keyframes here in this animation, you know what I mean?
Favorite little guy? Everyone knows him.
Adoring fan.
Oh my god.
Adoring fan. Yeah.
Dude, that's one of the Paul brothers.
This picture looks nice, but when we watch the footage, take a look.
Yes! Oh, great and mighty dancer!
Oh my god.
Bye.
Who's this guy?
Oh no!
Don't do it,
no,
Dean,
don't
don't.
do it, Dean.
You don't have to do it!
I feel like that's about right. Yeah. Bro, like he's a Brooklyn plumber. Mario's like 48 years old. Yeah. It's about right.
No!
It's Waluigi. Oh my god.
That's illegal, dude. That's a 1-to-1.
Jesus.
Are we allowed to post that? What about his brother?
Oh my fucking god. What the fuck?
Yes, I love it.
Bro, what is this, like Mario, like set in the fucking the Wild West? Looks like, dude, it looks like Luigi's about to pull out like a fucking like a fucking revolver or something. Yeah, look at this.
Hey, what about his cousin? No! What about his cousin? Is that Adrian Brody?
They're all related.
Another cousin.
Full body.
It's his cousin. Oh!
Oh my god, bro, these are so fucking ridiculous. This is so fucking ridiculous.
No.
Luigi's so haggard, yeah.
So cursed.
None of these images work, yeah.
That was... So the big question is, does this feel like a leap for video game technology? Like, will people put the effort to put this in games? Do you see it having that potential?
I think that you'll probably see developers use this on background characters in order to improve their quality so they don't have a million screenshots of them like Starfield does. I don't think you're going to see developers use this to replace main characters or anything that like has a lot of impact in the game, but they're probably going to use it on, you know, Nameless Merchant number 7. Yeah, like a crowd simulation. And they'll probably also use it for just like kind of filling in the gaps, stuff like that.
This like stable diffusion versions really show you how much these like portraits and characters are missing, and it's like even though the video version like loses the expressiveness in the eyes, like the rendering quality of them really shows off like, okay, we're talking about like the shading of the eyelid on the eyeball, even like the reflection of the eyelid on the eyeball, the eyes just suddenly look real.
At the end of the day, that was sculpted by a person, and then textures were laid over it. Those proportions are an artist looking at a person's face and being like, I'm gonna get as close as I can, but at the end of the day, that stable diffusion process just takes those proportions and just goes yoink, and kind of like tightens them up.
Glues it all together. DLSS,
Yeah.
That's like the big thing right now still. AI assisted upscaling.
Well, and this is the thing, right? Is like everybody shits on AI, right? But look at the quality of DLSS. Because that's effectively AI, right? And it's just like, it takes a... Like, what was it? It took 20 FPS and turned it into 90? It's fucking insane. It's not even remotely... This is a DLSS off, by the way, right here. Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
That's happening in real time. And so this is really just like the smallest step away from what's already happening with next-gen GPUs.
The results are great. The only thing that we saw cause major problems was those heavy shadows.
Because we're working with like compressed YouTube clips of the games.
Yeah, you can't isolate the character.
On the back end.
Like if you, from the ground up, redid the whole inside face pipeline, I can only imagine it'd be amazing looking. If you guys want to mess with some of this face morphing technology, the company that has it out right now that makes it is Pixie, Picsi.ai. So they actually have a Discord server. You can go there, you can load up your own images, your own renders, you can do different like face morphs. So big thanks to them for hooking us up with some of their like high-end tech that they have behind the scenes so we can do this experiment. And yeah, we'll have a link to their Discord down in the description below. This is super cool, and we're putting this tech to use right now for a short film that we're going to be putting out very shortly. You know the words I'm about to say.
I cannot wait for people to maul over that. Oh my god. Can you imagine whenever that video comes out? Bro, people are going to be fucking furious.
Sam.
Say it.
They need to
What
hear
if I
it.
don't? What if I...
Say it. Say it. Say it.
Subscribe.
Feels good to hear.
I can't believe that, like, this is such an upbeat, positive, great video. And it is astonishing to me that Twitter made it seem like these guys were, like, they were sitting at, like, the back of a yacht, like, burning $100 bills, celebrating the fact that every VFX artist is going to go out of a job. You know, like I feel like it was such a good video, and like based off of what I saw on Twitter about it, I thought, dude, this was, it has 9K dislikes on Twitter, on YouTube right now. Listen, a lot of people are afraid of the future, and I understand it. Because a lot of people, they don't have, like, these guys that work at the Corridor crew, they have an amazing level of, like, expertise. They've done this for a very long time. They're not getting excited about what they see. They're getting excited about what they see and where it's going to go. Like, they get excited for the context of it, right? Like, what the potential is. People keep talking about, like, the current instance, but it's about the potential that's valuable. When they have brought in industry professionals, they react really positively to what Corridor is doing. It's just Twitter being dumb. Well, yeah, that's right. It's crazy. What about AI streaming taking over your job? Lol, it could happen. So we should just disable AI then. True, yeah. Like, let's just not have any type of technological innovation because somebody in the future might lose their job. What a great idea. I just want the material that the AI learns from to be paid for. It becomes such an amalgamation at a certain point that the best tools that are going to exist will just be learning from everything everywhere. Like, and it doesn't matter. Like, for example, like, let's say you think that this is really important and it matters a lot. Well, what if somebody across the world disagrees with that? And their tools that they use allow them to produce products that are much better than yours. Well, then why would anybody buy your product if they're making better stuff? You see what I'm saying? You can't afford to have these types of positions in a free world market. And I understand that, like, you're like, oh, but that's not fair. It doesn't matter what the fuck is fair. Nobody gives a shit about what's fair. There's still the issue of deepfakes. What's the issue? Don't believe what you see. Thank God people finally have to put some critical thinking again into, let me link you guys a video. Give the video. This is so, dude, I love these guys. And you know what I love about them the most? Is the fact that everybody got mad about that anime they made. And they said, you know what? We got another one. I got another one in me. I'm going to make another one. And I got another one. And I got another one. And none of it is like mean-spirited or negative or anything like that. These guys are totally fucking positive about it. And check the comments. Oh, I'll look at the comments. Ooh, we will look at the comments. There's the video right there. I love this. In the future, 90% of people are going to be completely useless. Everyone's just scared, trying to maintain the status quo. You're right. You are very right.